Rajah Dat. Rajah Dat.
What up, y'all? We back with your girl Rajah Dat, and this is, I guess, a life update because I needed to get back into the flow of things. So this is where we're at with it. You feel me? Like, I've done recorded plenty of like mini clips for Instagram and just like trying to keep y'all updated on my thought process and how I'm doing things, but I just ain't felt like it was necessary to edit or upload because it's just fluff. It's like a filler content, and I'm not trying to flood the algorithm with filler shit. Like, I know people say that you're just supposed to be posting and you're just supposed to be putting shit out there, but I feel like what's lost in a lot of people's say catalog or whatever the fuck you want to call it, discography, shit like that, is intentionality. Like, I'm not gonna put a whole bunch of bullshit out there. Granted, you do need to post, and this is why I'm doing everything that I'm doing. You feel me? Is because I do need to post, and I do need that exposure, and I do need to be putting myself in front of the camera, in front of audiences, and things like that. However, I'm not about to sacrifice my integrity, sacrifice my overall time and emotional security in order to produce for the internet. And I feel like people are not quite getting that switch. And I feel like in the spiritual realm of things, because we're in the age of Aquarius, people aren't realizing that old paradigms are being stripped away. So everybody thinks the world is imploding, exploding, and they think that all this shit is just turmoil and chaos, but really it's clearing the path, it's clearing the playing field, it's clearing the field for everything that's supposed to be coming in and setting up. We're building an entirely new structure, an entirely new paradigm, an entirely new way of viewing things. And so with that, like, things gotta get messy before they get better. Things always get worse before they get better. And so I think that that's where I'm at right now also in my spiritual journey. I truly believe as above, so below, micro and macro. So when I see the shit that's happening in the overall worldscape, and then I confirm with myself what's happening in my actual life, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Of course, all this shit will break down in order for me to be able to build it back up the way that I want it to be. And y'all already know I'm very delusional, so like anything I want, I'm gonna have. And everything that I want right now, it requires me to think bigger, do better, be better, show up more. And that's hard because I get burnt out so fast, and I feel like I've been surrounding myself with people that, there's nothing against the people that I've been around, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just very content with what they're doing, and they're very absorbed in what they're doing. And I feel like that's valid. It's just not something that I'm aligned with, and it's not something that's bringing me joy or making me happy. And so I am now reevaluating the actions that I'm taking, the people I'm around, the experiences that I accept, opportunities that I accept. Because am I doing this out of performative pressure in order to seem like I'm doing something, I have something, I'm around something? Or am I doing this because I truly want to do this, and I want this opportunity, and I want to further this connection, this, that, and the third? And upon my evaluation of what the fuck's been going on, no, I don't want to do anything with any of these people, any of these opportunities. Pretty much, like, I've just now came into some opportunities that I'm now feeling more comfortable showing up in. So I think that's a great start. And then I'm also cultivating relationships with people that I feel like are more honest and true to how I view myself and how I would like other people to perceive me, and how I want to just show up in the world and for the people that I care about. So that's pretty much that. And then on top of that, like, I feel like this entire year has just been spiritual warfare after spiritual warfare. Pray over yourself, pray over your family, pray over your loved ones. If you're married, pray over your marriage. If you have kids, or if you plan on having children, or even if you just pray over your womb, pray over your partner's, womb or their phallic member and things like that, make sure that you're praying over these things, because these are under attack. And I know firsthand. I've been under attack. I am an Aquarius. And I'm a Sagittarius, amongst other things. We all know that we all have each and every planet within our, birth chart and things like that, but main two energies for real. So Aquarius, knowledge, understanding, Jupiter, or Sagittarius, Jupiter, expansion, knowledge. With that being said, I think all the fucking time, bro. I think all the time. I can't stop it. And then on top of that, being Aquarius, we're the water bearers, so my emotions just be hitting me like waves, bro. And I can't stop feeling the way that I feel. And so then after I start feeling how I feel, now I have to analyze how I feel, and now I have to come to an understanding of why I feel that way. And once I come to an understanding of why I feel that way, then I can come up with a solution in order to not feel like that anymore. And if me not feeling like that anymore puts a rift between me and whoever, then that's just what it's gonna have to be at this point, because I can't keep sacrificing my heart and how I feel about shit in order to keep y'all comfortable and at peace. So I feel like next month it's gonna be a rude awakening for a lot of people, because I don't have it in me to care. I don't have it in me to care about anything outside of what I got going on at this point. And it's already been proven to me time and time again that people do not care about nothing that's outside of them. I was just telling my mom this, and she was like, oh, so you're just gonna start operating how everybody else operates? I'm like, that was the plan, but God has been telling me on multiple messages and throughout this reoccurring time that I can descend back into darkness if I want to, but it's time to ascend into the light. You know what I'm saying? I've been playing in the dark for a long time. I was born into darkness, so it's very comfortable for me to chill with my demons, kick it with the devil, you feel me? I've always been a champion of God. I've always been a child of God, and I am anointed, blessed, and highly favored, and I have been claimed by the Lord, my Savior. So me really chilling in the darkness has caused a ruckus, because that's not where I'm supposed to be at. Yeah, I can find purpose in that, and yes, I can, navigate that, but that's not ultimately where my calling is. And so I've been going through a mourning process of shedding all the old and turning into something new, mindset shift, and being able to conceptualize that I am no longer the same, and that I can no longer associate with the same things that I'm associating with. With a lot of these relationships that I've come in contact with, I've noticed there was a message, one of my favorite readers on here, I'm not giving you all that so that y'all can be cross-watching and shit, bro, but she basically was saying, you have to stop dating people that represent your shadow self. And I'm like, bruh, please mind your own fucking business, number one. Number two, I understand that. That's valid. That is very valid, in fact. It's easier said than done, and I feel like those toxic traits that come up when you're trying to heal, it's like a fight or flight. It's like you backslide because it's familiar and the new way is a little hard, and it makes you have to be more accountable for how you're showing up and how you're representing yourself and how you're ultimately standing on your own boundaries. And I think that's something that I've been struggling with for quite some time, is how to assert my boundaries. I know exactly when my boundaries have been overstepped, but I'm not really sure how to navigate expressing that to someone without getting on their ass for real. And people are like, well, you should get on their ass, which is valid, but I also know my words tend to sting a little bit more than most people's. So I also have a due diligence to be very meticulous and intentional with how I say things, because when I'm trying to check something, it could just come off as, oh, well, she's being bitchy, or, oh, that was rude, and this, that, and the third. When no, this is an intentional conversation that I'm trying to have with somebody that I essentially would say I care about, because if I didn't care, I wouldn't be having this conversation. So now I have to navigate a conversation where I'm being understood. And as an Aquarius, that's very hard. A very hard thing to actualize because nobody understands shit that we said. And on top of that, I was raised in a way where apparently I'm the fucking Riddler and I can sit here and talk in analogies all the fucking time so nobody knows anything that I'm saying unless like I'm straightforward and direct. And when I'm straightforward and direct, it hurts a lot of people's feelings. But like I said, solar plexus awakening is happening right now. And so it's a dub. It's kind of time to stop caring about how it's coming off and how other people are feeling. Because now it's about how I feel. And that's gonna suck for a lot of y'all. Love you. Deuces.
Now Rajah Dat.